My time in India is coming to an end. I've been up and down the southwest between Mumbai and Manathavady. That's in Kerala, the Kerala-Karnataka border. I've been looking for tigers basically, and leopards. I never saw one. Yeah, I saw some signs, I saw scratches on trees, I saw pug marks. I was in the territories, I was in the tiger's territory, but they're hard to see. I spent a night in a tree even. I had encounters with elephants. Some dangerous. Elephants are dangerous, huh? Elephants kill 10 times more people than tigers here in India. Wild elephants are unfriendly. They'll ignore you unless you go close to them, and if you go close to them, they'll try to kill you. Which is, well, they might run away. They might run away, or they might try to kill you. Which is not good because they're pretty big. Elephantine, is that a word? Elephantine? That's how big they are. So we're in the middle of the lockdown. I've got a few weeks to go until it's time for me to get my plane and go back to Scotland. I've been here for 5 months. I only plan to stay for, I can't even remember, 3. So what to say, it's been a great time. I don't know, some of you might know what India's like. It's complicated, it's challenging, it's great. The people have no boundaries. And this is fabulous when it's the nice people, and this is challenging, you know, worse than challenging when they're not the nice people. But this is just the mix you have to accept if you're going to come here. The tigers, the tigers, the tigers. There's about 4,000 left in this country, in this continent. Perhaps about 4,000. I think that's the best guess, which is not many. It's up from 2,000 in the 1970s, I think. They started to protect them, create the national parks, and since then the numbers have crept up. Many of the parks are full of tigers now, but the parks are small and isolated from each other and surrounded by hundreds of thousands, hundreds of millions of people, and these people need to farm. They need to farm, they need to eat, and in some ways these people are the enemy of the tiger, and vice versa. The tiger doesn't like them either. Some people might have an idea that tigers and leopards are nice animals, but they're not. And if a tiger or leopard starts to creep around your village or your house, and you see the tracks in the morning and it's been around your house at night, then you've got a big problem. And so, and the villagers, they're scared these cats are going to eat their kids. They're scared they're going to eat their cows, and sometimes the tigers are going to eat their cows. And what happens when they do? The villagers hunt them down and kill them, or they hunt them down and scare them away, or best scenario, they report it to the forestry officers. The space inside the park's limited, and a tiger is very territorial, and at about 2 years of age, a mother pushes her cubs away out of her territory, and they must find a new territory. If every territory in the park is full and held by a strong tiger, then these cubs, young tigers, have nowhere to go, so they go out of the park, and this usually ends up with them dead. I don't know what the solution is. Let's drive on a bit carefully and try not to crash, and we'll see if we can catch a bit of this morning glory. These roads are appalling, and yet driving here is the greatest fun of all time. Extremely dangerous, but extremely good fun. No one sticks to the rules. You can overtake on the inside, you can overtake on the outside, you can jump the red light if you think it's safe. Obviously I'm just driving slowly now, but sometimes I drive fast around the city, and sometimes also on the highway and in these back roads, and it's super terrific fun. More fun than it is in Europe by a long way, because no one obeys the rules here. In Europe, you've got to stick to the speed limits, and if you do stick to the speed limits, the roads are safe, more or less. You gotta really screw up to kill yourself on European roads, but here, the road, can you see what this road's like? And you never know what's coming around the corner. A lorry on your side of the road, 2 lorries, a cow, a donkey, a person, a cat, a dog, shit lying all over the road, bits of metal, logs, dead animals, people, chickens, the list goes on. What's up, monkeys? Hello. Hello. Don't bite me now. Don't bite me now. Your mum's coming. You gonna fuck that one, are you? You're threatening me. Okay, cool. I think this is dangerous, driving with one hand. I think it is. A couple of days ago I fell off the bike doing this, but luckily I was wearing my armour, my helmet, and my padded trousers, and I just rolled nicely. I took a topside fall, I think that's what it's called anyway, when you go over the high side fall off the bike at slow speeds like this, and I just rolled, and it was absolutely fine. The luck of the devil. Been walking my mind to an easy time. I got my back turned towards the sun. Lord knows the cold wind blows, turns your head around. Hours of time on the telephone line, talking about things to come. Sweet dreams, flying machines, and pieces on the ground.